Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is the first of several from my most recent motorcycle trip where I, accompanied by my buddy Charles Townsend, rode around Lake Michigan. The Loop of the Lake idea actually came up back when I was planning my three-corner tour trip. I quickly realized that it would add an additional week at least onto an already 6-week-long trip. So I put it on the back burner for a few years until the time was right. So earlier this summer, Charles and I got together and started planning our trip, looking at different routes and different destinations that we could see and experience on the way. One of the cool ideas that Charles had was to do the ride staying completely off the interstates. This may have added an hour or two to every day's travel, but it was much more relaxing and the scenery was definitely much better. But before I get too far ahead of myself, I wanted to show you some of the things that we saw on the way there. So, just to give you a little more background on how this trip came about, I had always wanted to see northern Michigan. I actually lived in Michigan for a couple of years, and that whole time I was there, I never made it north of Grand Rapids. I'd also been to Wisconsin many times, but had never been north of Milwaukee. I'd always heard how beautiful northern Michigan was, with the lighthouses and all the sand dunes, some of the cities, and also Mackinac Island and Mackinac Bridge. There's also miles and miles of beautiful rocky coastline on both the Michigan and Wisconsin side. But you don't have to take my word for it. You can check it out in all the upcoming videos. One thing about riding through states like Indiana, Illinois, Iowa, and some of the other agricultural states, it gives you a deep appreciation for all the farmers and all their efforts that go into keeping our country going. The video doesn't really give you a true appreciation for how huge Notre Dame University really is. To our left, while we were driving down this road, was the sports complex, which has the football stadium, the basketball stadium complex, and all the training fields that they use for various sports. You start to see some of the admin buildings from Notre Dame University. We're just basically skirting the southeast side of the campus going on this road, but it gives you kind of an appreciation for how big it really is. I think Notre Dame University is pretty much a city in and of itself. So now we're back pretty much where we started. It has taken us 2 solid days of riding to get to our destination for tonight, which is Niles, Michigan. We had decided that we were only going to stay in Airbnbs on this trip, which for those of you that have done this, you'll know that this is an adventure in and of itself. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this preview video. Be sure to subscribe and ring the bell if you haven't done so already so you can get all of my upcoming videos from this Loop of the Lake trip. In the meantime, please be safe, and thanks again for watching.